Culture family. Let's take this off of studio mode. There we go. What is good? What is good? Hope you guys are having a great day, a great start to your day. It is time to get once again active in the markets. Should be a good day. It's looking like we might get that opening range high swept. So let's take a look at what we're. Give me 1 second. We'll pull up everything here. Zoom this in just a wee bit. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I might have to actually take my camera off here shortly because my laptop is gonna die. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna just take my camera off early bird and just wait for my camera to charge a little bit when we get into, or my laptop to charge when we get into the trade, more so for the recording. So bear with me today as my laptop needs to charge. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're seeing here today. So if we take a look here at the NQ, I was anticipating a relatively bearish market structure for today. What do we see happen? Price broke through this high, created a new high. This is now in a bullish wave. I'm still anticipating a steeper move to the downside to form. Now, what does this mean? This is exactly what I wanted to see when I sent out the daily outlook to our team, right? I sent the daily outlook saying that I wanted to see the opening range high get swept first, and that's exactly what we've seen happen, right? There's a 70% chance that if we get our opening range high swept, as you can see here, that we will then push to the downside and sweep the low, which my overall bias and thesis is for a low break. So for YM, Nas, ES as well, I'm looking to see if price can go down and break through these lows down here, right? That's what I'm anticipating. Overall structure right now, like I said, we're still in a bullish market structure, but if we can get a smaller time frame flip within these areas, I can look for possible sales for my opening range low to get swept. So it is likely that I'll look for this to happen more than likely on YM, potentially over NQ. Gold just remains in this bullish market structure. Gold is coming off of a previous 4-hour bullish candle close. Let's actually take a look at what our 4-hour candle is doing. 4-hour candle has not closed yet, but it appears to be flipping bullish here for YM as well as for NQ. So this will be interesting to note. Let's go ahead and get these sessions off of here. Yeah, I just wanted to delete it, the whole thing. So we did have a high get created, a lower high, and then prices creating now higher highs and higher lows on the smaller time frame. This did not offer any possible entry for myself to scale into, as we would have need to see, you know, a change of character form. But as of like what I said, I'm looking for an overall bearish potential move on the markets. If price just continues creating higher highs and higher lows, then we'll just scale into what the markets is giving us. I told the team that I'm anticipating, or not anticipating, that I'm going to capitalize on whatever the market shows us, right? So we're in session. If the market gives us our move in session, whatever that may be, whether it be a buy to fill some of this gap to the upside or a continuation to the downside. Now, what is important to note? The buys that we in are corrective. So it's not likely that these buys go up to break this high up here. Why? Because we had an impulsive move down, right? And now we're in what is known as a corrective structure. So we're in a corrective base phase here following this impulsive move to the downside. So the overall structure is still relatively bearish, but as of right now on the smaller time frame, price is creating higher highs and higher lows within this corrective structure. So that's what we have to, just keep in mind, that we're aware of, that price is in a smaller time frame corrective but bullish structure, right? So we're not looking to fight against what is showing us right now. If price gives us buys, then we'll execute on buys. I'm more inclined to a flip and then a sell to the downside for a continuation based move to break through our lows. So that's what I'll be those are the two scenarios that I'll be waiting for. So how I plan to execute on said scenarios is if we get a smaller time frame shift, especially if the 4-hour candle closes bearish, right? So if our 4-hour candle here closes as a bearish candle in the next 23 minutes, I'll be looking for that continued move to the downside. If in fact we do start buying or continue to buy up here, price can break this high and it just still be a larger time frame corrective structure, right? That just tells us that based on the 4-hour time frame, we're not quite going down yet. Now, why do I anticipate that we are going down? Because the previous daily candle closed bearish, right? We had our retest. Essentially, we rejected off of this area and then we closed bearish in the direction of what our current trend is. Now, if you take a look here at the monthly, this monthly just opened up, but this monthly opened up extremely bearish. Now, for the past 3 months, we have in fact been bearish, and we've seen this likewise of really consistent in the past early on in the weeks, where we see price form a corrective structure and then we get an impulsive move to the downside, a corrective structure, impulsive move to the downside. And that's just been, similar to what we've been seeing for over the past, month and a half, right? The first 2 to 3 days into the week, we are bullish in a corrective wave, and then we see an impulsive move to the downside. Likewise, what we seen last week, we were in a corrective structure, then we seen an impulsive move to the downside. Corrective structure, impulsive move to the downside. So I'm anticipating, based on what the larger time frame candles are showing us, that we are still in our bearish continuation. We're just in, a relative corrective structure on this smaller time frame. So what I want to see is a market shift, right? So price is creating higher highs and higher lows within this wave. I want to see price flip from creating higher highs and higher lows to creating lower lows and lower highs. So that would be indicative of a 5-minute break through this low. That would change this structure right here from creating higher highs and higher lows to now creating lower lows and lower highs. And I can anticipate a potential low of day or low of our opening range to be swept. But it must align with that smaller time frame confirmation for me to be able to want to take entries on a possible sell position. So for like YM, I would need a break below these lows here. For NQ, it would be a break below these lows here. And then for ES, that would be a break below these lows here.
You could just go over here to the right and add the alert, right?
With the plus?
Yeah.
My plus is not there no more, bro.
I didn't do that.
That's normally what I do, but for a while my plus hasn't been there, so I just been doing that. Might be something that I need to do in terms of my settings.
I don't think so.
I might have turned something off though. Open market bar, scales and lines,
Alerts.
oh duh, alerts. Nope, not there. Oh wait, let me see. What's that? Nope. I don't know what toast are anyway. Toast to stay video. Yeah. So what are we seeing? A extreme impulsive move to the upside here. It's likely that price takes out these highs. If we close bullish, then we'll just scale into this bullish base move. I'm not looking to fight against the volume. We had this high get taken out. Price pushed down, did not break through the low, and it's pushing up. If it does take out this high, then this remains in a bullish market structure. And then we'll just look to scale into this next 4-hour candle following the bullish candle close. Being that we do in fact close bullish, right? And then in our session, if we do see a smaller time frame change of character, a smaller time frame flip to a continuation for this move to the downside, then that's what I'll just execute on from there. If not, we'll just continue. We'll just wait, right? So I'm not opposed to taking any buys. Just have to let the markets do what the markets are gonna do. This is gold. Gold is bullish. YM extremely bullish here. And when could we see the flip, right? If we're going to see a possible flip, it would likely take out a larger time frame high, which would be, in my case, this area here. And then generally from when we take a larger time frame high, we start to see a correction. Now in this case, we want to see a continuation. More so, we take out the high and then price to flip and then take us on to the downside, looking to sweep these previous. I think we already swept the previous day low, so just looking to sweep the low of week and potentially just on a smaller time frame here, our opening range low, which remains down here. NQ taking out the highs. Set an alert here. So I hope this makes sense how we're in a bullish corrective wave within this move here. Let me pull up the chat. There we go.
This your flip.
So NQ took out the high, ES took out the high, YM hasn't quite taken out the high yet. Let's dial down to our smaller time frame. Where would we see a change of character? This would be our smaller time frame change of character. Let's go ahead and adjust all of our other time frames here. Smaller time frame change of character. And then our smaller time frame change of character would be up here as well. When did this 5-minute candle close? Closed right here. Oh, right here. Push down one more and then took off. Yeah. So there was no, I just wanted to clarify or make sure that there was no, the entry that I was possibly looking for. So just shifting through all this time frames here. Price is in a bullish market structure within this corrective wave, so we can look for a possible pullback and a potential continuation. I would, like I said, well more inclined to a possible flip than this continuation, but I'm not gonna fight against what the current volume is showing me. Now, if this 4 hour candle closes bearish, guaranteed, I'm looking for sales.
Here we go, chatter. If it breaks this 1 minute low down here.
And then we'll just look for a low of data you're taking out. You can see how ES didn't break the high, or YM didn't break the high. So all these other ones broke the high. YM did not. YM is likely the one that I'll look for my possible sell positions, because we have the closest in terms of price breaking these lows. It didn't take out this high. All the confirmations that I'd like to see for this possible move to the downside. Now, what would I want to see ideally? In a perfect world, we see a slight correction here. One more move to take out this high. And then we see our market shift. Why? Because that'll leave me a little bit more room to capitalize on this move to the downside to take out our low over here. And our low of our opening range. Let's see.
What I really need to see is a push up, break the high, come back down.
That's what I just said.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear. Need this to break the switch.
So we just gotta wait, chat. Beautiful, beautiful structure here. 4 hour candle looks like it's flipping bearish. Attempting to flip bearish here. You can see this 5-minute structure here. Ooh. I'm tired, chat. I'm tired. I went to the gym this morning when I definitely did not feel like going to the gym, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to lock it in. We went, got it in, came back to the crib, did a little editing so that I got the ABCs of Trading episode, or I guess lesson 4 coming out, along with a little daily in the life vlog from behind the scenes of just kind of, you know, everything that happens yesterday. What's good, my brother? And, you know, just kind of recording the realities of what this trading stuff is, man. The journey to making over $100,000 in prop firms. That's the goal. So I'm going to send out to the VIP what we're looking for. Two scenarios. First scenario, we reject off of this. We'll go and take out these highs, and then we sweep the lows. Or we just go take out these lows here and sweep this. Oh, excuse me. So two possible sell scenarios here, where we go and we break this low, or we go and create a new high from this level and we break the low over here. 5-minute candle just closed as, oh, it closes a bullish candle with this move here. So, a couple of things. Actually, no, we're just gonna leave it where we're at. We're gonna leave it where we're at. We gotta be patient to execute. Copy link. Send this to the Telegram. So this will be literally the last week of the free lives. Then we're just gonna go live in the group for the members. I likely send out setups, but really just want to focus on the growth of those in our community. Making sure we give them everything possible to set them up for success. So let's see, where's my laptop at? Power source adapter. 5 hours and 49 minutes until my laptop will be fully charged. Trade Locker and OBS are using significant, it says using significant energy. It's killing my laptop, man. Let's pull up our 4-hour candle, because I don't have none of my candles up here. Our higher time frame power of 3. This is our 5-minute candle. I actually want to keep an eye on our 4-hour candle, which appears to be closing bullish here shortly. Time frame 4-hour. Yeah. Looking super bullish right here on our 4-hour. Well, not super bullish. Let me rephrase that. Price still hasn't broken through this high, though. So a smaller time frame flip despite this 4-hour candle closing bullish. I will look for still sell positions to the downside if we don't break this high. If we break this high here, then price is still in a bullish trend. We'll just, you feel me, wait for a smaller time frame flip. Or even a possible continuation. Let's see what Nas did. Did Nas offer a possible continuation? Took out this high here. Hasn't taken out the low, hasn't quite taken out the high yet. So all of our alerts are still in place, intact. So you can see this is the second scenario playing out here where price takes out this high. I want to see if we can come back down, take out this low, and then see a move to the downside. If we come back into this area of interest here and price closes as a bullish 5-minute candle, then we may look to just scale in on a quick continuation based trade of this 1 minute structure, this 1 minute bullish structure that we just been on, right? Because I don't want to fight this, but at the same time, there's a 70% chance that we take out the high, which is what I wanted to see and what I've been wanting to see since yesterday as we closed as a bearish daily candle. And coming into the session today, that was exactly what I wanted, was the high to get taken out. We might have to be a little more patient. Yesterday's move, when we took out the high, happened a little bit later, right? So in the day, we had took out the high on NQ, and then an absolute beautiful change of character on the 1 minute. Price came up, came down, broke through that, retested this area here, which was the key low. Why? Because this was the high, this was the low, broke through the low, created a high, created a new low, retested into our area, and then closed bearish, and then swept that daily bearish candle. So and that happened, I want to say, at like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Like, what time is this? Oh no, 10:30. So it happened at 10:30, 10:45. So still some time here for this to execute for us. Let's just go back to where we're at currently. There we go. So if we break the high, we already had broke this high up here, so NQ should already be trailed to there at the very least. YM breaking the high, so we're gonna move here. Let's see, we just broke through our high with YM. 4-hour candle closing here in the next 2-3 minutes here. Haven't taken out the high here for S&P, so that order stays intact too, but it's likely that these will all flow together. If there's one sells, they'll likely all sell. All right, so let's see if we can get this second scenario here to play out, and then I'll look for sell moves to the downside. Yeah. It shouldn't be on. You can go check.
That shit definitely on.
It's on heat.
It say 67.
I know. What did it say on the machine? Probably go up to 75. It's just not keeping up. You know what I'm saying? It's just not keeping up. It was 60.
Turn the fan on because it's not keeping up at all. That's why I brought the heater out here and everything. It's cold as shit.
Yeah.
It was 66 degrees this morning. Cold.
So what's wrong with it? I still don't get the catching up.
What you mean? Because it dropped so quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the temperature dropped so quick that it's our AC or our heat is struggling to warm it up.
Oh, gotcha. I'm like, bro, I'm feeling a little cold in here.
Because it should say 73. If it's set to 73, it should be 73. But it was 66 degrees this morning, and that was before we went to the gym. So we got a degree. Not only that, is I think heaters kind of throw it off a little bit too. Mm-hmm.
Turn that heat on, Chad.
Hey, who cares? I'm keeping that thing on. Toes is cold. All right, so 4-hour candle is closing bullish here in the next. Woo! Slide over, pup. In the next 30 or so seconds. So, like I said, I'll scale into, well, not here on Dow, the YM, because the YM still hasn't broken through this high here, right? I was saying that if we get a tap into, I just not inclined to taking buys within this area. It's like we just broke through a larger time frame area of interest, right? When we get that break of that larger time frame area interest, generally we see a correction to form, right? Especially if we're in a corrective structure like this, you get a break of that area of interest, price tends to slow up, and then we start to see a correction. It is 10 o'clock now, so our 4-hour candle just opened up. I do not even have my where is that? I don't even have my mount.
Oh, queer phone.
Yeah. So ES took the high, NQ taking out the high here. 4-hour candle just opened up as a bullish candle. Oh, excuse me. Highs have just been broken, trailing our alert to my key areas. That one's fine. This one's up. Waiting for a smaller time frame flip. Possible flip.
So it still be down here? This is all one move, right?
Yeah. Wait, what you mean?
Down here and not up here?
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. I guess I could use my camera. Oh no, it wouldn't necessarily look good. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't have my camera on today, chat. Your boy needed to charge his laptop last night and I didn't. So we're working with what we got. I got my trade locker working though. For the past couple of days I couldn't execute on a position, at least on my computer, but now I got it working. It was my fault though. I had this the order panel on the side. Trade locker is a little different in TradingView, so it got like an order panel tab on the side that you can click on to turn it on and off, but you can't execute on a trade without it up. So now this is exactly what I wanted to see on the session, right? Price is in a corrective based structure. The previous daily closed bearish, right? We want to remember that the previous daily closed bearish following this impulsive move to the downside. Impulsive move, corrective structure, just took out the high. That's a great sign for a possible flip and a continuation. Plus, like I said, a 70% chance that price takes out the high of our market session, which it did, and then comes back to sweep the low. We seen something similar of this happen yesterday where we took out the high and then we took out the low. And like I said, 70% of the time this happens, right? Take out the low first, came back, took out the high. Price continued in the direction of the bullish trend. This is an anomaly in times of where we don't do it. So price was in an overall bearish structure. And really, in the past, I want to say 2 months, the past 2 months for sure, the only time I have seen this not work is in the direction of the bearish trend. So when we have volume in the direction of the bearish trend. But generally, if we get a sweep of the low and we're overall bearish, we get the sweep of the high. You can see this was the other time that didn't happen. March 28th. I remember this Friday actually because price just tanked, right? We got it there. High and low swept, high and low swept, high and low swept, both swept. So you could just see the consistency of this throughout, our more recent, shall I say, market sessions. Now, it's not an exact science. That's why we got to pair it with our smaller time frame market structure. But it's something that can give us a leg. Hey, if price took out the high, we're in an overall bearish market structure. The previous daily closed bearish. I'm anticipating this daily to close bearish. It's likely that we can see our low of our session to get swept. Just a little bit of extra confirmation to our already defined strategy, right? Let me delete this. Here we go. This is a technical low here, man.
This 1 minute on the 1 minute.
Yeah.
It broke the high, retested,
Yeah.
and broke. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's not on NQ though. It is on YM, and it is not on ES either. So
That next one right there should be right.
what? This one?
Yeah.
Nah, cause it didn't. This is
you're right,
all.
You're right. It didn't break the
You know what I'm saying? This is all one move.
Yeah.
YM is the only one that actually did take out the high, and then this be the key low area.
I gotta watch that game.
What game?
LeBron, Lakers versus Mavs. 7:30.
I put in a little lay last night. Of course not, man.
What would have been told me if that thing hit?
I actually forgot about it until I hopped out the shower this morning. I'm not gonna lie.
That was a breezy sold my $50. Yeah, a free bet.
All right, chat. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. This is a good sign.
What's the 5 minute? Oh, it's
Doo 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 doo.
I gotta play that. I need to get my
Alert just got hit. It just broke through that low. Now we need to see a correction. This 5 minute candle. Where's my 5 minute candle at? Okay, 5 minute candle, 3 minutes until this 5 minute candle closes. So 3 minutes until we can scale in on a possible sell position for this move to the downside.
So this is the 5 minute. Wait, 5 minute closing bearish. Next 5 minute is after the first bearish candle.
Yeah, so
It's 5 minute. Don't got no time today. Oh no, I do. I'm sure.
it does. So we just broke through our kilo. 5 minute candle.
My shit look different. I'm sorry. This is the 3 minute, but you see how it's showing my 5 minute candle right here?
Yeah, zoom it.
But then I go to the 5 minute. That's what it looks
Well, stay on that then. Stay on the 1 minute or something. That top wick is not as important.
like. Nah, I know. As far as the break structure.
Mm-hmm. My baby girl in there doing the dishes. I told her I was going to do them, but, you know, she's a real one. I definitely appreciate her. Ooh, shit. That's not what I want. I was about to start setting up a buy. He said, no. So now what do we want to do, chat? What are we waiting for? We want this 5 minute candle to close bearish. We want to scale into the next 1 minute candle. The first 1 minute candle to close bearish on the next 5 minute, right? We got our smaller time frame shift. I'm going to look for that continuation move to the downside in alignment with taking out this high right here, right? I told you guys I wanted to see this high get taken out and then that move to the downside. So this is what we are waiting for, chat. This is what we are waiting for. Oh, I couldn't even hold this to there. Not on this account. I love her. Huh?
I don't remember what I was singing.
I don't know, but you've been singing it this whole time.
Just when I go to look it up, I forget.
All right, chat, we got to wait 25 seconds till this candle closes. Oh, I'm not even logged in.
Yeah, they trying to get him. They trying to get him.
All right, what the 5 minute candle just closed?
Yeah, so we need a 1 minute.
Okay, so we need the 1 minute to close as a bearish candle. We're gonna set a sell stop. For when we get our first bearish candle close. Why is it so much? Oh. I'm looking at the wrong asset. All right, this could potentially be our entry here. Gonna look for possible low of day sweep. Four, three.
Oh, wait, close bearish.
All right, I'm taking a sell.
Yeah, 1 minute. I said a sell stop.
I got my sell stop set.
I haven't been activated yet.
Oh, I think I just got activated in it.
No,
Okay.
I've been activated.
So we are activated all platforms here. Gonna put my camera back on so you guys can see me and I record this.
Dang, I forget that song, Chad. It's gonna eat at me. Once it goes and breaks this low, I'm gonna stop to be.
So we're in this move, chat. Once we get a break of the low, here we can go ahead and run our stops to break even. Anticipating this move to continue to the downside. Looking for about 5K on this move, but I probably won't hold to the full position. I likely will hold until price just breaks through a low. I can only make about 4,500 on this account here, so I'm gonna set my take profit. Okay, low just got broken. We can go ahead and move this to be a risk-free trade, chat. Risk-free on this trade, all accounts. I might take profit at about 4,000.
Where's that at? I'm on live.
Yeah. No, on this right here.
Hey, I'm holding to that low, chat.
On the ones that I can't hold to. All right, so we're in on this move. First trade of the day. Absolutely risk-free. Stops above the high. Looking for that opening range low to get swept. Looking good so far, guys. Looking good so far.
Facts.
And that's how we do this, chat. That's all we do. We sat here and we wait for it. You guys see it, right? You guys see what we're waiting for. Let's pull up our opening range. Let's pull up our opening range here. So anticipating this low to get taken out, right? We want to see this opening range low get swept.
What did I put you at?
Mm.
What were you on, dog? Oh, that's the 4 hour? 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour bottom wick.
What down here? This is just our low, our just our key low. We got a lot of resistance in that area.
I think that's around the 4-hour bottom wick though.
So we're just gonna hold here. Let price do its thing. This is the flip. We want to see this continue to the downside with some volume. 5-minute candle just opened up or just closed as a bearish candle. So this is the first 1 minute in the 5-minute candle. We're just kind of waiting here. Let's let the chat know that we took these sells. And this is exactly what I was waiting for, right? This is exactly what we were waiting for. All right, so got a pretty dime piece entry. I'm not gonna lie, chat. This is a pretty dime of an entry in terms of, you know, just my entry level, running about a 1 to little over, about to say a 1 to 2. And so what I'm gonna just wait for, chat, literally is just a sweep of that low, right? So I likely just won't hold to the low of day, or yeah, facts, to the low of day. I likely just hold this to the sweep of our opening range low here, and I'll call it a day from there. Running solid though.
You said Teddy?
I just hold my take profit. My well, this account, the other account will take me out before, right? Because I can't hold that long.
Yeah.
But on this account here, I'm just gonna hold until we take out the opening range low for like a 1 to 11 risk to reward, since I can't take any portions or partials or anything like that. So now we just gotta let this ride out, right? We just gotta let this ride out.
About to use the bathroom real quick.
Running about 2,800 on this account, or about 1,500 on this account over here, and about 400 on across both of these accounts. A little over 4. And if price comes, takes out our high up here, that would invalidate this setup for price to go down, and we would see something of a little bit of a steeper move. But right now, price is just holding. It looks pretty good. So we hold. Now we just gotta wait, right? We did everything that we were supposed to do, and now we just have to wait. But like I said, 70% chance that we take out the high and then come back to take out the low. And we just swept the key level, area of interest up here. Seen a smaller time frame market shift. That's a good sign, great sign that price can push to the downside. But we just have to wait, right? Price can do whatever she wants. Let us eat. Let's eat. Five-minute candle closing bullish. Not necessarily what we want to see here, but we're risk free. We want to see this area of interest hold. Nearly taken out here at break even. My boy is still live in this one. I'm still live in this one. All right, that's what we want to see now. That's what we want to see. Tell Nas to go ahead and drop it low for us. Somebody in the chat type drop it low. How low can you go? How low can you go? I'm asking Nas or Dow Jones, how low can she go?
Hey,
by the
drop
hair.
That thing. I was watching while I was in the
By the
bathroom. I
hair.
was like, let me swipe this. Let me swipe this.
By the hair.
Because every time I look at it, they start doing me dirty.
By the hair of the chinny chin chin.
The crimson chin.
By the crim of the chin.
Hey, look, you know what's crazy?
By the crimson of
My
the chin.
things was in profits a little bit, probably a little bit more. It probably would have been real too.
Hey, look, my
I
other one.
I pushed my shit back up.
My
nigga.
other one I
I
actually
said-
got taken out at BE. I can't lie.
No. Oh, you
Cause,
did?
cause my
Stop
my
loss
entry was
oh, Lord.
yeah.
Think him.
Yeah, but it's okay.
At first when we moved
I'm running 3K on this one, about to be 4K, about to hit the max profit on this one.
Okay, on what?
Yes.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah,
Give me some.
about to smack max profit right now.
Where you at on the account?
Huh, building.
Hey,
Still building.
Hey.
Building some buffers.
this thing hit. All I know is this thing hit the low. I'm getting paid out today.
All I know.
That's about 3 bands right there.
Oh, okay. Shoot, I was in your position. I'm out of there.
I'm taking out a band. I mean, or 500. I'm gonna request a band, but you know I ain't gonna give you 50-50.
If I was you, I'd have been out of there. Can't even lie to you,
Well, I
chat.
lost 600 yesterday.
Never mind, chat. He's holding. And we still might get taken out at break even after slipping that low. It shouldn't break this high if price is going to push up. But if it does, then we'll just be taken out at break even. Later.
It's looking like it's about to freak us out.
Yeah, it's getting real close.
5 minutes about to close bullish. Yeah, we're out there.
BE. Tapped on BE. Not tapped on this other one, though.
Let me see. 5 minutes closing.
The previous 5-minute closed bearish. So I'm still in on one account, or the previous, yeah, it closed bullish. That's what I meant to say. Not bearish, sorry. Let's actually go to it. Swept that low. Definitely don't want to see this low get broken. Let's see if we can see a steeper move to the yeah, sorry, I'm tripping. Definitely don't want to see this high get broken. Let's see if we can see a steeper move to the downside. Haven't quite been taken out at break even on this account, and just got officially taken out at break even on all of my accounts there. Price took out this low, created a high, created a low, retested within this area, and it's looking like it's rejecting off of this level here, which would kind of be crazy work if this 5-minute candle still closes bearish in the next 25 seconds.
This is slow buy up after breaking the low.
If this 1-minute candle closes, or this 5-minute candle closes bearish, I'll scale back in on the next 1 minute. Because price never broke our area of interest, right?
It just came and took
It just took us out at break even and then broke through that low. So we just got this 5-minute candle bearish. The next 1-minute candle to close bearish, I'll sell again. Let's stop. I'm gonna set a stop right here. Stop loss still back above these highs. A little bit steeper in the risk department. What, this 1-minute close bullish? Yeah, me too. That would be actually ideal. Yeah, she going up and down, so we're just waiting here. She should move to the downside though. Yeah, we just got a bearish candle closure. I'm really not liking this risk here.
But that was the money.
See if I can get a sell within this area. All right. Oh, I just tried to hit the sell. It didn't let me sell it.
You know, then I got a sell stop below this bullish top, and now I'm activated.
I'm trying to sell it. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'm activated. Selling again over here. Wait. Make sure I'm only in one. Oh, I do not like how that. Oh, well, they just closed bullish over here. Closed bearish on all the other ones. I think I'm gonna wait on this one. Let's see. I might sit at this one out here in a second. Take a little. Yeah, I'm gonna close this. Why I'm closing that one and I'll move stops to break even on my other one is because I just don't necessarily like how, or I'll hold it on this other account actually because I can afford to risk a little something on this account. But I didn't like how this 1-minute candle closed as a bullish candle. Just at this area of interest after we already had taken out this high. I just didn't like that necessary confirmation. But I do have this trade still holding it on this one account over here. So if I could show you guys, it's just right here where I think price could be a little iffy, right? We want to see it break through this low.
Stops to break even.
Gonna break through this low. Yeah, it's breaking through this low. Now, how it reacts off of this low will tell me a lot. The 5-minute candle closed bearish. That's a good sign. 15-minute appears to be flipping bearish. These are all good signs that price can go to the downside, right?